TEDx-GenZ event here at the Senior Center, and we're so glad to be back. It's time for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the various talks and the discussions that we present. Thank you.
Some of the things you read on Facebook, and you don't know whether it's true or false and whatever, and it's scary. And then you have all comments of people making on it, and then you get more scared. So sometimes the media is not that good. Most of us in the generations we came from, we didn't have all this media, and the media is a scary world.
My generation doesn't care what Facebook says. It's your generation. We already, we don't believe in those things. And I'm sorry that you do. You care too much about what other people think. You really haven't established yourselves as a person. You really look at yourself as other people see you.
I agree with that, just personally, because I have grown up with just all my life I've been with social media.
Well, I think it comes down to the way they point things out to you. And I think Facebook and social media makes it very easy for everyone to point things out negatively because they're hiding, they're anonymous, and they don't have the courage to face you themselves.
Been kicked off Facebook about a dozen times, been put in Facebook jails many, many times. If you go against their grain, that's what happens. If you toe their line, check out their advertisements, do things that thrive, that Facebook thrives on, you are creating that environment. You can always turn it off. Like I just did, I turned off my cell phone so it doesn't interrupt us here. The only thing I use Facebook now for is to promote my Twitch channel. Because anything else, Mott's mixed, as they say, it just don't matter. Turn it off.
I feel like I'm friends with everybody, my whole neighborhood, my neighbors and everything, give me flowers for Valentine's Day and stuff like that. So I'm a completely different person later in life than I was at your age. So I found a big difference in life, and I don't really know even what made me change. Maybe it was my wife, I don't know.
If you can't handle what you've done, to definitely seek out help immediately. Don't wait until you get older because it'll only fester. And even though you may have a lot more, and you will have a lot more life experiences, hopefully good, somehow or other we do always remember that solemn time in our life. It could be a minute, a day, a week, a year, or whatever. And I am speaking from experience.
The past relationships that I had, and just moved on from people and just forgot about them. And looking back, I really regret that, which is something I might seeking help and maybe outside of school, maybe a guidance counselor. I think that would be able to help me with that. And I have tried to, I think, rekindle some of those old friendships that I lost. So I think that's good.
I have difficulty understanding young people when they're talking. They talk in a different language. A person, I'll call her Sally, okay? Came over, introduced herself, did a lot of things for me, and I felt that I had to reciprocate. And I did. And she kept on trying to win my friendship, and I realized that she really isn't my type of person. But yet, I felt obligated.
I'd like to remind you that the person ahead me just said, it's important to be nice, but it's also important to be civil if you cannot be nice, and to know the difference between being nice and being civil.
Yeah, I like how you talked about the arm's length too, that you want to be nice, but at the same time you have to kind of see how much you could do for that person as well, and definitely the difference between being nice and civil is something to keep in mind too.
I always tell my kids, my grandkids and whatever, you gotta go with your gut. And if your gut tells you the red flag comes up, you gotta pay attention to it.
I'm the firstborn in America. My parents were from Russia. So this is a very special time in my life. It's going on. Sorry I segue, but it's true. My parents didn't even get through grade school. They were poor, and they worked very hard and instilled in my brother and myself a love for education.
I think many people in this room actually today, especially teenagers now, can relate to that. A lot of parents want them to do well, and I think now it's actually becoming more increasingly competitive for students who are applying to colleges now compared to, let's say, 50 to 60 years ago. You know, you have to have good SAT scores, you have to have a good GPA, great extracurriculars, you volunteer, you do this, you do that. So I think what you mentioned is very relatable to our generation as well.
Change our way of thinking for them too. Whatever they wanted, I was happy that at least they'd be successful or be happy in what they were doing. Because you spend most of your life working, so you have to be happy with what you're doing. And I'm a firm believer of that.